All right.
Hey.
What up? What up? What up?
Welcome back to the pod. Welcome back to
Cast.
Daniel's place.
Yeah, man. We over at my crib again. Welcome to my humble abode.
Yeah, and a very comfy couch. We're just chilling here.
Yeah, man. And we decided we wanted y'all to come with us.
Yeah. So we about to talk about a few things today.
Boom. But I can open up with a joke.
Okay.
It's a vegetable joke, but it's real corny.
And that almost flew over my head.
Almost got you though.
I gotta write that down. That's a good joke.
Yeah, I got it from somewhere.
Oh, I got a riddle for you. Spell candy with only 2 letters. I got this from one of y'all. If you're watching, shout out to you.
Spell candy with only 2 letters.
Yeah. That's very funny. We're talking about candy because we're about to talk about fasting.
Yeah, I don't know. CD.
Huh?
CD. That's not
Close.
candy.
Close.
I don't know, man.
K-Andy.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to y'all again for giving me
here
that
we
joke.
go with these dad jokes.
But yeah, that's a perfect segue into this podcast.
Yeah, man.
Speaking
Put away your
about,
candy.
yeah, it's time to fast.
Yeah,
All right,
man.
so we're gonna fill you guys in. Last month, month of January, to reign in the new year, our church decided that we're going to go on a 21-day fast.
Yeah, 21 days.
Yeah, they had let me pull it up actually. The different types of fasts we could do. So it wasn't all like fast from food and starve for 21 days. It was
A selective fast.
a selective fast.
A partial fast.
Yes.
A complete fast. And
Okay,
a
Daniel.
soul fast.
Yes.
Yes. So, let's go over what those are first and foremost. Here in my handy dandy notebook, which you can buy on Amazon.
Shameless
Created
plug.
by me and Brianna.
Link in description.
Link in description. All right. So your selective fast would be when you pinpoint or select the things that you think will be best for you, or that you're able to fast from. Some people can't do a whole complete fast and fast from everything and just drink water for weeks
Yeah.
like Jazmine does. Some people have to some people have to take it step by step and work their way in and build it up as they go through. You have your partial fast. I don't really get the partial fast one too much. Partial fast was
neither.
part of what? Part of what?
Is that when? I don't really
Do you
know
have
the
the
names of each
screenshot?
of those. I was trying to find it. I think I sent it to Jonathan.
Okay. The complete fast, while she looks for that, is when you drink nothing. You do nothing but drink water, and you don't eat.
Oh, I had it.
And
Yes. Oops. Sorry about that. The selective fast. This type of fast involves removing certain elements from your diet. One example of a selective fast is the Daniel fast. That's what I was trying to figure out.
that's what we asked for.
Huh?
Go ahead.
That's what we asked for.
No. Go ahead. Because you have the actual definitions.
One example of a selective fast is the Daniel fast, during which you remove meats, sweets, and bread from your diet and consume water and juice for fluids and fruit and vegetables for food. The partial fast is sometimes called the Jewish fast and involves abstaining from eating any type of food in the morning and afternoon. This can either correlate to specific times of the day, such as 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., or from sunup to sundown. And then the complete fast, is that the one you asked for?
No, I asked about partial. But
Oh.
you can go ahead right through it.
A complete fast, in this type of fast, you drink only liquids, typically water, with light juices as an option. And then the soul fast is what you explained already.
So, I didn't explain the soul fast, but the soul fast is part of what I did. And my, I guess, version, because now that she's reading these, I got a different take on them. So, my version of the soul fast was just off of all social media. I didn't, I got off all social media, and I'm still off of social media. The fast ended like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, something like that.
2 or 3 weeks ago, and I think that it revealed to me, and we'll get into that later. But I think that it revealed to me that I don't need social media, and I'm still trying to navigate my way back to it if I do. So what did it say about the soul fast?
Why is it blurry now? Oh shoot. This fast is a great option if you do not have much experience fasting from food, have health issues that prevent you from fasting from food, or if you wish to refocus certain areas of your life that are out of balance. For example, you might choose to stop using social media or watching television for the duration of the fast, and then carefully bring that element back into your life in healthy doses at the conclusion of the fast.
Yeah, so that's definitely what I did besides the television part. And I think the only reason I didn't do the television part is because I don't really watch TV anyways. So taking away TV would have been too easy for me. Like I watch Netflix every here and there. The most television type thing I do is I be on YouTube on the TV and I'm watching different podcasts and things like that. So I didn't really want to take that away. But yeah. So those are the fasts, the 4 different kinds of fasts you can do, and I'm pretty sure there's more out there if they are.
Yeah.
So but those are the ones that we were doing.
And why? Let's talk about why we fasted for a second.
Okay. Oh, so why I personally?
No, like why the church? Well, we can talk about first why the church as a whole decided to fast, and then why you decided to fast.
So the church as a whole decided to fast. It's basically just a foundation type thing, right? You want to start your year off sacrificing to God and establishing certain things in the beginning of the year so that you can build on top of that as we go through.
Yeah. No,
You got a different output, a different take of it?
Not really. I think during one of those sermons while he was preaching, I was getting my hair done or something like that, so I missed the whole church service.
Oh. Let me see your hand. I just want to see something. Yeah, but why I personally fast was the first reason, which was the church reason to establish a foundation, and secondly, I'm gonna believe in God for a lot this year, man. And I want to sin hurts. The Bible says the wages of sin is death. Be happy your hand just got slapped. No, I'm just playing. That was a little dark. I fasted because first the foundation. I'm believing God for a lot this year, man, and I got a lot of things happening this year. I already told y'all I got a baby girl on the way, and I want the best for her, man, and I want to be able to be the best for her. You feel me? So
yeah.
I'm praying God imparts a lot into me this year and takes me really far this year. You feel me? In my relationship, in my finances, and in every area of my life that He can impart into, I want Him to. So I wanted to start this year out with a good foundation, and that's why I partake in a fast. What about you?
Yeah, I also want to start.
Partook,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also wanted to start the year off right and just start off like on a clean slate, basically. And like you said, it's a perfect foundation to set the trajectory of the year off. And yeah, we're coming up higher. That's what Pastor was saying. We're all coming up higher. And this year, a lot of things are going to come to fruition. A lot of things are going to be revealed to us. And in order for us to go higher, we have to know who we are and how we react to certain things. And the best way to do that is to fast, because during the fast, and then we'll get more into this as we start talking about it, but you are getting control over your flesh, right? So when you remove a certain element from your life, you're basically saying, I'm in control and my flesh doesn't dictate what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And when you fast, you see a version of yourself that you wouldn't normally see, because you're taking away that element that you like so much, basically.
Yeah.
And I just like to fast. What am I trying to say? I'm fasting I decided to fast because I want to see where God is taking me. I want God to reveal things to me, show me who I am. And I said I wanted to fast because I felt like I was losing my discipline towards the end of the year. And I was like doing a lot of things that weren't good for me. Not sinful things, but like just unhealthy things. And I wanted to get right back on track. And that's one of the main reasons I wanted to fast, was to be disciplined, to gain discipline, to hear God talk to me. And the third thing I put on my list was to, what did I say? To be spiritually sensitive, like sensitive to the spiritual things in the spiritual realm and stuff. So to be able to like see things in the spiritual realm, and so I don't know why I put that on my list. But
how's that going?
it's going good.
Okay.
When I said it, God answered my prayers, but not in the way that I thought he would answer it, which I'm grateful for. Cause
We got to talk about that, because that's one of the things I want.
really?
Yeah. And I feel like he's like, not yet. And I'm like, why? But
The way I said it at the time, I was like, oh, I want to be able to see into the spiritual realm. I want to be able to see demons and spirits and stuff like that. And I'm glad he didn't answer that prayer.
I want that one. I want to see angels, and that's it.
I don't know why I said that. I hear these people with their experiences and stuff like that, and I want to be able to like.
You see how good he is?
Yeah. But in this book that we're reading, he was talking about how he was in his room, his grandmother's room at his house, or his mom's house, and she died, and he moved into her room as a little kid, and at night her picture would come to life and basically like haunt him and stuff. And everyone that came into that room came out and they didn't want to be associated with it. He said one day when he grew up, he went back to her house and he went into her room and he started like speaking over the room and praying over it and stuff. He said his hair like stood up on the back of his neck, and he's like, I'm so glad I can't see into the spiritual realm right now, because if I could, I would be scared. And God was like, no, if you could see them, they'd be as small as a little ant. They can only make you think that they're scary, but if you could really see them, they're all bark and no bite, basically.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was just like, part of it was just me being curious, like I wonder what that would look like. But God answered it in another way, and I'm glad he answered it the way he did.
Okay, that's what's up. We'll talk more about that.
Yeah. So we talked about our type of fast, why we fasted, why the church fasted. Where else are we going with this? Oh, what we got from it. Yeah, what we got from it.
Before we get to what we got from it, I remember you were saying that you wanted God to reveal some things inside of you and stuff like that. And that's one of the reasons here that we wrote down that Sunday that you missed. And it was basically fasting reveals worldly sediment in our hearts. So during the fast and when we were fasting and the things that we're taking away from ourselves, basically, it shows us, because it let's say like you fasted from your phone or you fasted from social media, right? One of the things I realized is I still like would reach for my phone. Like I don't have none of the apps on my phone or nothing like that, but I would reach for my phone like I just got a notification or just out of reflex, and it's like that's worldly sediment. Like that's something that's in me that's telling me go do this, go do that, and basically go distract yourself or go right. Or it tells you what you actually desire for,
right,
what you actually want. So I feel like that was crazy how you said that. It didn't bring it back.
Wasn't one of the points in that fasting removes idols or something like that?
Yeah, fasting kills idols.
Kills idols, yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing. That's killing the idol for me.
Yeah.
My social media, my phone was an idol. I used to go to my phone every day. I used to go to my phone more than I read my Bible.
Yeah, and it's whatever you go to before you go to God, and that's
what you're worshiping.
Is what you're worshiping. Yeah, like the first thing you go to when something happens to you.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So what were you saying?
What we got from it.
What we got from it. I think I got a lot, really.
Yeah.
One, I got one of my idols revealed to me, my phone. Secondly, I know I talk about a relationship a lot, but
that's good.
I got closer. We got closer. We communicate better. I mean, we're not the best at it yet, but we communicate better. We grew on each other. We learned more about each other. I had compassion for people, which I always have, but like I don't know, my senses was just heightened, and that's why I wanna like make fasting like a regular routine,
Yeah.
because I feel like when we get caught up in our lives, when we get caught up to what we're used to, we don't really see life for what it is,
Right.
or we don't really see what's actually going on around us. We might see it, but we're not paying attention to it because we're so distracted or busy doing other things. But when you're fasting from the things that you do the most, or the things that you enjoy the most, you think more, and you get a clearer view on what's going on around you. And I was able to like really see myself, learn myself, or see the situations I'm going through, and really pinpoint why I'm going through these situations and things like that. And it just brought a lot of clarity for me.
Yeah. And
And my hair grew.
yes, it did. Yeah.
You see me?
Well,
Yeah.
it's touching your ears
Now
now.
I can rock out, man.
Now it's really about to take off. Once it
Yeah.
starts hanging like that, the gravity's gonna take it and just whoop.
Oh yeah, I'm happy, man. I'm really excited. I just took out my twists yesterday,
Yeah.
day before yesterday.
They look good though. They look good.
I appreciate
Let me see
it.
the back. Yeah, it's getting full.
Man. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
happy about that.
But let me just clarify one thing. When I said I wanted to like be more spiritually sensitive, I just realized like I spoke completely wrong. Like I just wanted to see the things that were operating around me
Okay.
and like see into that thing, like not see demons and everything like that. That would be, I don't want to say cool. That would be interesting, an interesting story, interesting perspective. But I just meant like see the stuff, the forces that are operating around me,
Yeah.
and know how to pray and everything like that. But
Yeah,
that's what speaking in tongues is for. But
which I still waiting for.
it's coming. It's coming. Just be patient and keep praying to God for it.
Mhm.
Yeah. But something I got from the fast. Trying to see what direction to go. Well,
Forward.
when I was fasting, I don't think I said the type of fast I did. I fasted from social media and the one Daniel said. I did all liquids. That was so hard.
Oh yeah.
That was so hard, and I got tempted so many times. But like you said, I was a lot more vulnerable. I was a lot like I could feel my spirit was a lot sensitive, and I realized one, I didn't really have the discipline that I thought I had, and the fast just helped me get more control over my body. I would feel hungry and stuff like that, and I'd be like, my flesh is telling me that I'm hungry, but I'm gonna turn to God instead of indulging in my fleshly desires and stuff.
Mhm.
And it's crazy because every time I would get hungry, I turn the Bible on or listen to the Bible, put it in my headphones, and the hunger would just go away.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I found myself like during the fast, I would have to be working and editing our videos and stuff, and while I was doing that, instead of listening to music like I normally do, I put the Bible on. And I'll just be listening to the Bible, and it's so interesting.
Yes, it is.
Like people just say like read the Bible, and I'll be like, okay, I'll read the
Man.
Bible. I'll read the Bible.
What was I reading the other day? And I don't mean to cut you off. What was I reading? I highlighted it, so I'm gonna see it real.
Oh yeah, I saw the highlight.
Oh no, this is what I was talking about last week when I was talking about the narrow gate and the wide gate. This is what it was, but I don't think I highlighted that what I was talking about. But basically I was reading in the and it was talking about how to pray, and it was saying, I know it's in.
Look at Daniel with his Bible. I wonder when this day would come.
Yeah, right. Effective prayer, right here. It was like, you parents, if your children ask you for a loaf of bread, do you give them a stone instead? Or if they ask for a fish, do you give them a snake? Of course not. So if you sinful people know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your heavenly Father give good gifts to those who ask him? And I was like, that's kind of funny how they put that. If you sinful people. I was like, all right.
Speaking of funny, like I was listening to this one chapter in the Bible. I think it was Acts. Where's my phone? It was Acts, and it was talking about how Ananias and his wife. I gotta find that scripture. But hold on, I gotta find it because it's not funny, but it just made me chuckle to myself.
She supposed to be the production person over there struggling with her little iPhone.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna read 1 through the verse that I thought was funny. So it's, but there's a certain man named Ananias who, with his wife Sapphira, had sold some property. He brought part of the money to the apostles, claiming it was the full amount. With his wife's consent, he kept the rest. Then Peter said, Ananias, why have you let Satan fill your heart? You lied to the Holy Spirit and you kept some of the money for yourself. The property was yours to sell or not to sell as you wished. And after selling it, the money was also yours to give away. How could you do a thing like this? You weren't lying to us, but to God. As soon as Ananias heard these words, he fell to the floor and died. Everyone, listen, it gets funny. Everyone who heard about this was terrified. Then some young man got up, wrapped him in a sheet, and took him out and buried him. About 3 hours later, his wife came in, not knowing what had happened. Listen to this. Peter asked her, Was this the price you and your husband received for your land? Yes, she replied. That was the price. And Peter said, How could the two of you even think of conspiring to test the Spirit of the Lord like this? The young men who buried your husband are just outside the door. They will also carry you out too. Instantly, she fell to the floor and died. I was like, Peter, you're crazy for that. They'll carry you out too, and she died. Can you imagine that be the last words you hear?
Yeah, right.
Your husband is right outside. The people who brought your husband to the grave will also bring you out too. Died.
That's crazy. Like,
I was just listening to like the guy read it, and I just started chuckling. Like, he came in. 3 hours later, his wife comes in, and they both died. I was just like,
they just lied and died. That's crazy, man.
It's so interesting.
Instantly, he fell to the floor and died.
As soon as he heard those words.
Yeah, man.
But like, just listening to the Bible, and even at nights when I'll do my Bible study and I'll be reading it, God will just reveal so many things to me that I didn't know. I should have brought my book, my other journal, but yeah, he just kept unfolding things and revealing things to me, and that's just one of the things that happened. But I'm gonna bounce it back to you so we can be consistent.
Oh, I told y'all everything, man. I feel like I don't know if I'm missing anything. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't hit at everything, man. It was just a lot of revelation, a lot of time to just be with myself, or time to just, well, actually, I don't know if this was revealed by the fast, but during the fast, I feel like I was tempted more, and I seen temptation.
Yes.
Like, I can see temptation. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but like, while I was, because usually when you being tempted or anything like that, you don't really like peep it as soon as it's happening. You kind of like either fall into it, or it's just something that happens, and it's just like whatever. Yeah. But like, as I'm fasting, and like different things would happen, or people would, like, I would see, like, if I fell into it and I didn't notice it at first, I would be convicted of it later. Like, I'll think back, or I'll be thinking, and then it'll just come to my head. It was like, you fell for that.
Yeah. Or
like, while it's happening, I'm like, this is it right here. Like, stand true right here. Don't fold right here. And that was beautiful. That's why I will keep doing it, because I feel like I need that. Like, it's like my compass was like on 1,000.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny. I see all the TikToks and all the reels about when people are fasting, they suddenly start getting offered food left and right.
Bro, and that's exactly, facts.
It's one, it's bad enough that I'm fasting. Well, it's not bad enough, but it's a fact that I'm fasting and I work at Chick-fil-A. Yeah. So I'm surrounded by food, chicken, salads, wraps, nuggets, milkshakes.
Oil.
Oh, oil, yeah. Fries, grease, cholesterol. But it's like, it's one thing when it's a habit. Like, I clock out, I get a shake, or I get some fries or something like that. But I'm bagging these people's food and I'm fasting, and I'm like, these fries smell so good. And then this guy brings in a cake from his birthday, and he's like, oh yeah, y'all can all get some. And I'm like, I
Bro, this dude brought donuts, bro. Let me tell you how close I was, bro. This dude brought donuts to work, and they all inside there, but he had another case of donuts that he had inside the little work truck, and I didn't know. We were going to go. He was taking me to go pick up another truck, and he's like, "Hey, you can get one of them donuts too." And I'm like, "For sure, man. Good looking out." I open it up. I got the donut in my hand, bro, and I'm like, about to bite this donut. I promise y'all, I didn't eat it. I looked at it and I was like, "Bro, you're not even supposed to be eating that." I'm like, "I can't even take this, bro. If you still want it back, I'm gonna put it back. But if not, we gotta throw it away." He was like, "I'll take it back. I ain't worried about that." And bro, I was so mad. Like, it was one of the sugar. It was sugar coated, and it was filled. It had the filling on the inside. Bro,
the powdered sugar.
Yes, bro. I wanted it so bad, and I still ain't had one of those since then.
What?
Yeah, I'm about to go get me some.
Yeah, while we're talking. Man. And then you said you wanted to hear more about my spiritual sensitivity thing. The one instance that I remember clearly was when you came over to our house. I think it was on Mommy and Jonathan's birthday.
I remember that.
And me and Jetta went to the store to get something, and since we left, like driving down the street, I just started to feel sad and emotional. And I was just like, why am I feeling like this? I'm not sad. I'm not like, we're happy. We're celebrating Mommy and Jonathan's birthday. I don't know why I'm feeling like this. Let me get back to the house, and I'm feeling even more emotional. Like, I had to go to my room because I felt the tears coming. I went to the bathroom and I shed a few tears. And I'm like, God, why am I feeling like this? What is going on, God? Like, I need you to reveal this to me because I can't keep going back out there. And I went out there again for the second time, and we're talking. You all even asked me, like, what's wrong with Jazmine? She's in her own world. Like, Jazmine, you okay? What's wrong? And I was like, yeah, I'm okay. But I was like, what is going on with me? I come back into the room, and this time I call Mommy in there, and I walk in. We close the door, and I just start bawling my eyes out. And Mom was like, oh my gosh, what's wrong? What is going on, Jazmine? What's wrong? And I'm like, I don't know what's wrong. Like, I asked to be spiritually sensitive during this fast, and I think that's what God is doing right now, because there's nothing going on in my life that I should be crying about right now.
Yeah.
And Mom was like, yeah, you just got to be so careful when you ask God about certain things, because he's going to do it. You just got to be ready. You just got to be
ready to receive it.
Ready, yeah. And then she's like, that's okay. That's when she called you into the room.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, I do remember this.
You told us that news about Daddy, and I was like, maybe that's what my spirit was sensing. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
But I still don't get that situation. But we're not going to talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
But I still haven't got any clarity. Like, I'll still be confused. But all right.
Know. But, yeah, after you told everybody the news, immediately I was feeling better and I wasn't emotional anymore. So that's got to be what it was. That's got to be. But, yeah, that's the only instance that I remember being, like, spiritually sensitive like that. But I know there's gonna be more instances because I can feel it I can feel it. And what else happened? Oh, when we were at church, Henry's mom, she was talking to me because she heard that I was doing the type of fast I was doing, only liquids, and she was like, "Oh, hey, I just wanted to make sure that you're okay," and like. She said, Henry told me that you were doing this liquids fast only, and she was like, I just want to make sure like you're okay. And she just started talking to me, explaining why we fast and the type of fast why we fast for 21 days. And she was telling me, like, in the Bible, it's called the Daniel fast because Daniel fasted for 21 days, and he didn't even want to fast for 21 days. God didn't want him to fast for 21 days, but he was waiting for the answer from the angel, but the angel was warring in heaven.
He got tied up.
Yeah, he got tied up for 21 days. And Daniel's like, I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to do anything until I get this message from the angel. So he was waiting. And that's where we got the 21 days from. And she was just like, but this is your first fast and everything. And she said, you're still so young. You got plenty of time to fast. If you feel like you want to, like, do a certain fast for a certain amount of days and cut this thing out, and then slowly introduce this stuff, even if you only eat vegetables and fruits and stuff. But she said, and I know, she said she knew I was working out and doing all this stuff, and she said, I just want you to make sure that you know, like, God's not gonna condemn you or anything like that if you change your fast up or you start introducing more things into it. She was telling me how her son had a dream that he was doing the same fast that I was doing, but he had a dream that he ate something and God was mad at him. And she was just like, that's where religion comes into place, following these certain amount of rules and thinking God's gonna be mad at you for going outside of them and stuff. But she said, as long as you're good mentally and physically and you prepared yourself for this type of fast, go ahead and do it. But she's just like, just letting you know, like, it's okay if you want to eat only fruits or eat only vegetables and stuff like that, but just make sure you're getting the right nutrients and stuff.
Yeah.
I just thought that was so sweet. And I didn't even know why it was called the Daniel fast or why we did it for 21 days.
Yeah.
So that, like, opened my eyes. That was God itself speaking to me.
That same thing happened to me though. Like, how he had that dream. I didn't have a dream, but while we was on the fast, we took out certain things from. We weren't eating any red meat or no sugars, and I was drinking only water. And bro, I take lunch to work every day, and I would be eating these sandwiches, and Bree would make me my sandwiches, and I would be so happy to just get to lunch because she makes the best sandwiches. I don't know, I put the same ingredients in there she be doing, and it just tastes better when she do it. But I was eating the sandwich one day, and I was like, I wonder what kind of meat this is. And bro, we were like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks into the fast. I've been eating these sandwiches every day, telling people I've been fasting.
It was
not
really
telling people I've been fasting, but we was fasting together, and we was talking about our fast. And I get home and I look at the meat package, bro. It's beef.
What?
Or ham, something like that. And I'm like, oh my God, I've been lying to God this whole time. Like, I felt so condemned. And that's why I talked to mommy, and mommy came to me and she was like, you good? You didn't know you had a good heart towards it. God ain't mad about you. And we changed the meat to turkey, but I was so mad, bro, for a couple days.
What? And that's what she was saying. It's the heart. God sees the heart. He sees your intention, and He's gonna bless that at the end of the day, because He sees like you're trying to get closer to Him. You're making an effort to get close to Him, and that's what He's gonna bless you for. And speaking of dreams, that's what we got to do a podcast on dreams and stuff too, because during this fast, I just had so many weird dreams. Man. I can't even remember them, but I actually wrote one of them.
I had a dream last night so crazy. I had to get up. I had to wake myself up, and like not just to wake up like when you get up and you're like, okay, cool, I can go back to sleep. I had to get up and pray. Like, God, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. If I done did something wrong in life, or if I entertain the spirit or a demon or something that you feel is not good, or if Satan is in my head, but I pray that when I go back to sleep, Lord God, I can dream only good things, Lord God. I had to like really pray, and I went back to sleep and it was good, but like it was a dream that one of my old homeboys back in high school, like, that was just chasing me, bro, trying to kill me, bro. And I would just be like ducking him and dipping and going to different, like I was in Japan first, and then I was in the States. I don't know where in the States I was, but I knew I was in the States. And bro, he was there still.
Got a lot of stamina.
Yeah, bro. I was terrified, bro, because Buddy kept finding me. They would hop out of the car and find me. Like I don't know what I'm doing, bro. But
that was last night, you said?
That was last night, bro. Like less than 24 hours ago.
Yeah, that's an interesting dream.
But this ain't what this episode for.
Yeah, that's gonna be another episode. But yeah, like I would have these sexual dreams, and then Mommy was telling us about how when we're fasting and we have certain dreams, those are certain things you're coming into covenant with. So as soon as you wake up and you realize you had that dream, you have to pray, repent to God, and say, I come against this, whatever I just came into agreement with. I come against it. I bind it to hell, and just pray over that, because you don't want to undo what you're doing for your fast. But
yeah, man, it be getting deep.
Yeah.
And you don't even know, bro. Like, especially at a young age.
Yeah, this is our first fast.
You don't even know what, because most of the times, especially like before I got deep into the faith and following God, bro, you don't even know certain things are bad, right? Like, if I had a sexual dream when I was couple months ago, couple years ago, if I had a sexual dream, I'd just be like, shit. Oh, shoot. I'd just be like, shoot, well, it is what it is. But now, you know, like, you come into agreement when you do things like that, and you have to, like, actually posture yourself to come back and go against that and get back in right standing so that you can continue to build on the seeds that you want to build on.
Yeah, and even if you didn't know you're coming into agreement with certain things, it's still a sexual dream, and it's like, most of the time you don't even know that person. So it's like,
that's weird.
That's weird. That's like not
that?
of God. That's lust.
Yeah.
That's not God at all. So you know you have to pray over that, because it's like, where is this coming from?
Yeah. And if it ain't from God, if you know it's not from God, because first of all, God ain't gonna give you no dream about sex if you ain't married.
Yeah.
And if you don't know the person.
Right.
So if it's not from God, who is it from? Then there's only one other person that can give you a dream.
Yeah.
So, and once you understand that, you're like, yeah, bro, I gotta pray because I don't need buddy in my head.
Yeah.
Pause. Yeah.
But I'm trying to remember if I got everything. I think I got everything.
Let me go through my notes again. I have this. If you guys are thinking of fasting and wondering like why else would you want to fast and things like that, and think of it like you fasting is posturing you or putting you in a position where God can come in agreement with you.
Yeah.
Pastor preached about it, and he said fasting is your exclamation mark, right? So that's your stamp on everything that you're doing. You locking it in, or you're stamping it for approval before it happens. Either you're locking it in or you're stamping it for approval so God can come in agreement with you. Your fast is to propel you or prepare you for what's to come.
Yeah, and I think that's a perfect way to advance your relationship with God as a new believer. And it doesn't have to be 21 days. That's just something our church was doing. But like right now, this past week, I was fasting this whole week from social media, and I was only drinking water. And it can be a 24-hour fast. It can be a 3-day fast. It can be from social media. It can be from TV. It can be from Netflix, YouTube, from sugar, whatever you feel like you feel inclined, wherever you feel your heart, you're leaning towards that you need to, because you know what you need to be fasting from. You know what you're going to prioritize before your relationship with God. And whatever it is, you fast from that, and you just pray to God, and you just let him know, like, God, I'm doing this for you. And don't be afraid to write what you want to get from the fast, because I wrote down what I wanted to get, and God exceeded my expectations.
Yeah. And don't fast from coffee if you don't drink coffee. Make it make sense.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Yeah, make it make sense. But still, you can choose what you fast from, man. And it has to be something that will be like a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Towards you.
That is a sacrifice.
That is a sacrifice. And when you start to think about it, those things will pop up to you. God will help you, give you some guidance.
Yeah.
Like, what should you fast from? And then the first thing you think about is going to be something you really like. Mm-hmm. And that's what you need to fast from. And that's how you're going to be able to submit yourself to God. This has been our fast and fasting in general from the As We Are podcast. Nah, just playing. It has been, but that's not our outro.
Yeah, but we just wanted to tell you guys, let you guys in on that, and be transparent with you guys and all of that stuff.
Yeah, and in all of this, what I want you to get is you can fast. You can do it, and you can tailor it to where you're comfortable with it, or to where it's not just going all in.
Yeah.
It's okay. You can fast. Fasting is not just for old people. Fasting is not just for pastors and your elders at your church, but everybody can fast. And yeah, man, go with it. It's good, and it will grow people at all ages.
No matter what you do, no matter the length, you're gonna grow. You're gonna get something from it. You're gonna get closer to God at the end of the day.
Yeah. All right. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe,
post notice,
and share it with a friend, man. If you feel blessed, or if you feel like somebody else will be blessed,
don't keep the blessing to yourself.
Exactly.
Share it. Like, share, comment, subscribe.
Peace.